Alright, I don't pretend to know how this video will go, either on an editing standpoint or in regards to the final product. It might be shorter, it might be longer, though I will do my darndest to keep it under an hour. Or it might go some way that I never expected it to go at all. Either way, no reason to dally. Let's get into it. That's here. Hey, sorry for the clutter, I'm still setting up. Let me know if there's anything you like. Gosh, this music is very unusual considering what we just went through. Hey, welcome, what do you need? To buy something, just have a look at my tables. Talk. I found some good stuff on floor 1, but it's pretty easy to get lost. I think the layout's changed. There's definitely something dangerous on floor 1. You can hear it when it gets close. Hey, welcome. What do you need? You know, I thought that was a sock at first, but I think that might actually be a gun. Haggle? You can't open it. You can't open it. Come back again. I get new stuff every day. Gosh, how strange. Well, that doesn't look good. Lost letter. A discarded letter addressed to Jasper. It's dated to about 3 months ago. Lost letter. I destroyed the negatives. They were too dangerous. I know you said you wanted a picture, but it's a bad idea. I only glanced at the production for an instant and am now plagued with migraines. It seems that even indirect observation carries deleterious consequences. If word got out, images would spread like wildfire and cause untold damage. I believe stopping all of our activities is the only safe course of action. I have half a mind to destroy my telescope and blank discs too, get rid of all my notes. We should just forget we ever found it. I'll just lock it all down. I'll just lock it all away for now. I don't want to get anywhere near this. Your worried friend Edwin, apartment 31. Devoured. Rat tail. Is that the child's cry again? The hairless tail of a dead rat. Small candy in a wrapper. Recovers at least 4 HP. I am desperately low on stamina. A wedding picture. A funerary urn. Find grandma's urn. A fountain pen. Take it. Find fountain pen. Wasn't that weird voice in the pipe asking for a pen? Find fountain pen. Well, that's one half of it. I think it also wanted paper. A rolling pin. Take it. Find rolling pin. A fridge, there's food inside. Find 2 frozen fish, frozen veggies, tomato can, and raw pork. A chef's knife. Take it. An abnormally sturdy child safety barrier blocks away. No matter how hard you push, you can't tear it down. There is a keyhole. A bottle of tonic. Take it. Crumpled paper. I'm trying to understand how the planet discs work. Those astronomers have installed strange round sockets for them. There are 2 discs on this floor and 1 door has a socket. But how can you tell which discs are needed? The doors are marked with numbers, not planets. Gross. Huh. Mystery thing. A dark shape with a pale face observes you. Despite its size, it makes no sound at all as it moves closer. The pale face's features do not move. It seems to be a mask. Hello? The creature's mask-like face moves around unnervingly. It makes no other response. It seems like it cannot talk. The creature's mask-like face turns quizzically. You seem okay. There is no answer. You think you notice subtle movements under the shape's robe. Do you need help? It seems to be thinking about it. What could that creature need? Are you hurt? Are you hungry? It seems to be hungry. Offer some food. Let's give it a hard candy. You hand over hard candy. It eats it. It seems like it enjoys the food. Still facing you, it backs away. It's gone. Too far to hit. But not far enough. Could I hit it? I'm realizing now that all of my party members have different ranges that they can attack at. Sophie found a marble. Found Crimson Swirl Marble. Well, now I have to know what that is. Vampiric Shot. Shoot a rare Crimson Swirl Marble, steals life from target. Rat Tail Whip found. Sophie is now level 4. Trick Poison learned. Joel is now level 2. It seems Joel's deal is he can just deal with smaller enemies outright. Okay, let's just use bandages on myself. Skill equip. When hidden, damages and poisons one target. A stack of geography magazines. I wonder if that treasure icon means there's no use other than to sell it. Though I'm not sure where I could sell it. There's a child barrier key here. Take it. A trench coat. Take it. Find trench coat. Wow, that's a boost to every stat, but does slightly decrease agility. An old leather trench coat that reaches the floor. 15% slashing and cold resist. Probably something to do with that ice door. There were other magazines under the stack. Take it. Find dirty magazines. Glad I noticed those. The pages are stuck together. Gross. Alright, let's see what's in here. Some baby drawings and scribbles. Find baby's drawings. Take the bandages. A musical box. Find musical box. A child restlessly squirms beneath the blankets in this crib. Pick up the child. You're not sure what you expected. What should you do with this thing? Take it with you? Despite its repulsiveness, you feel inexplicably protective of the creature. You reach down to take it with you, but hesitate. The chattering teeth, the wriggling legs, you just can't stand looking at it. You leave it. You put the creature back into the crib and wipe your hands on your pants. You hear the skitter of little claws behind you. The weird rat baby thing is following you. It crawls up your leg and buries itself in your pack. It looks like you won't be getting rid of it that easily. You are now the proud parent of a rat baby thing. Congratulations. It's taken a liking to you. Weird. Oh hey, vending machine. It sells soda at $1 a can. It only takes coins. Huh. I'm surprised it took it. That's not Dally. Put in a $1 coin. Advice? You wait for nearly a minute. Then, with a laborious, grinding whir of old machinery, it finally dispenses a can. An empty can falls into the tray. Black text is printed on the aluminum. Hello. Please be careful. There is a big monster nearby. It's very dangerous. Thank you, Audrey. I have to know. Another empty can falls into the tray. It has more text printed onto it. No problem. I'm happy to help. There is a drawing of a smiley face. On the back of the can, in smaller text, ask a question after you insert coins, and I'll answer as best as I can. Well, now I have to know. Advice. Need a place to stay? It takes a moment for Audrey to react. Oh, you're sweet. That's so kind of you to offer, but I can't leave this spot. This is where I belong. Do I have any other coins? Is this enough? 50 cents, 60 cents, 8 times 5. It should barely be enough if I did my math right. Huh, I did my math right. What a surprise. Advice. Ask about her. Do you eat coins? Yes, it's gross, I know. I can taste them too. It's awful. Have you ever tasted a coin? There is a drawing of a grimacing face sticking its tongue out. I'm out of coins. This thing will literally eat all of my coins if I try to discuss things with her fully. Arrows? I am very lost. Hairy guy. Who the heck are you? This is my home. You lost? Well, come on in, I guess. I'm old Ernest, and this handsome daredevil here is Colonel Squeakum. Say hello, Colonel. Squeak. That's our Colonel. Says he likes the cut of your jib. A solid jib cut, he says. But I say your jib could use more cutting if you're getting lost in the labyrinth. Old Ernest knows it like the back of his hand. Maybe you need some help. How long's it been? Feels like I've been here for years now. Think it's starting to get to the old brain pan. Squeak, squeak. What will you do? Let's chat. What do you want to talk about? What's your story? My story? Oh, I don't know. I've been all over. Done and seen it all. You want the long or short version? Long version. Well, I don't remember the long version. I traveled around as a roadie for a bunch of bands before meeting up with the Colonel and settling down here. Been hard living for a while. Times are tough. Maybe I should have picked a better place than the labyrinth to plant my roots in. Oh, and the government's shooting radio waves into my brain. Did you know birds are spy drones? What will you do? Short version. Good, because I don't remember the long version. How long have you been trapped here? I don't know. I can't remember. It feels like forever. Years? How long have you been here is what it really was. Are you trapped here? Trapped? Trapped like a rat. Haha, good one, right, Colonel? Squeak. Nah, old Ernest knows this labyrinth like the back of his hands. I just don't want to go back out there. I don't understand the maze. Then look for landmarks. That weird pulsing umbilical cord goes to the wall creature, and there's exit signs everywhere. Just don't open the third door from the right. The third door from the right in relation to where? What's with the rat? Squeak. My pal, Colonel Squeakums. We met a couple months ago and it's been a partnership ever since. Better not piss him off. He's got a mean bite. Can you help me? Oh, you'll be fine, haha. Flying the maze ain't so bad when you've got a co-pilot. Ain't that right, Colonel? Squeak. A bucket must be used to put the fire out. A dusty old armchair. The recliner is broken. Fading poster of a band called Fifth Season, showing some tour dates. The show was 20 years ago. Old flyers for a concert, each showing different band members. An old guitar set against some speakers and amps. Squeak, squeak. An electronic keyboard. A bottle of vodka. Take it. You find 3 vodka. Semi-coherent scribbles. Maybe a map? It seems like attempts to make sense of this floor's layout. This one portrays 3 parallel hallways going one way and 2 other hallways cutting through perpendicularly. The middle of the 3 parallel hallways is longer than the others. There are 2 other maps on the table. This one portrays 4 parallel hallways going one way and 2 other hallways cutting through them perpendicularly. There are 2 other maps on the table. This one portrays a single corridor with perpendicular halls connected on each end. The elevator is on one end and the stairwell on the other. I guess we found out what Audrey looks like. Okay, I think I'm starting to understand. Those hallways loop. Ah, it's you again. You have a pen? Great. Push it into the pipe. I got it. Hey, I think that's another of the astronomers. Molotov in the bin. A gasoline can. Thank you very much. Highly flammable fuel. Aurelius. Don't attack. I'm lucid. I'm Aurelius, an astronomer studying the visitor. I wasn't causing any trouble, just looking for a peculiar painting. I have questions. About that painting. To observe the phenomenon directly drives one mad, but indirect observation, yes, if we're careful, we can study records and observations made of the visitor. A terrible painting hidden away somewhere in the dark. It came to me in a vision. As long as it remains in the dark, one is safe, but to expose it to the light will bring calamity to us all. If you find such a painting, keep it covered, but bring it to me, please. About your colleagues. So you've spoken to Aster. Yes, there are 4 of us now. Aster is the most recent. He joined not too long after me. When I joined, it was Jasper, Beryl, and Edwin. I think there were others before me, but I never knew them. We've been studying the visitor for many months, before anyone else even knew of its existence. This is why we were prepared. How did you know? Well, this was before I was around. I think Jasper spotted it by telescope. He shared it with his colleagues at the time, and that was the beginning of our group. He's been afflicted ever since he observed it himself. The whole story is a bit sensitive, and I've decided not to pry. But fear not, Jasper remains in full control of his faculties. We can trust him. How were you prepared? We knew this was no ordinary phenomenon. We started gathering supplies, even weapons. Unfortunately, it seems our preparations were necessary. Who left the group? I don't know if Edwin was ever formally a part of it, but he grew more reclusive as time went on. How can I join? Talk to Jasper. He's usually on the ground floor, past the reception desk. Find a baseball bat. That looks like a machete. The fridge door is stuck. A box of cheese sticks. Oh, hey, hi, sorry. I need help. I feel like I'm going mad. This is going to sound crazy, I know, but ever since I made that painting, my life has been turned upside down. My paintings have come to life. I made a series of portraits, but they escaped their canvases. Some are prowling about in my home, and a few others escaped out into the hall. They are plotting something. I know they are. I can hear their thoughts in my head. It's driving me insane. Here are my keys. You should have access to most of my home with these. Just be careful if you visit my workshop at the back. The lights are off for a good reason. That accursed painting is in there somewhere. My mind, I'm about the portraits. You have to believe me. I can hear their thoughts. They want to take over. They want to take my place, replace me. I know one of them is looking at me right now. I see myself out of its eyes. It's hiding in my fridge. Go see for yourself, but be careful. It's dangerous. How did this start? I don't know, but my memory seems all wrong, but I know that painting I made has something to do with it. Everything went wrong after I finished it. I painted his portraits, and they all came to life. Some of them got paintbrushes and made even more paintings. There were 9 of them in total. Where is the painting? It's in my workshop, somewhere at the back. Still wet, I imagine. It hurts my head when I look at it, so I turned all the lights off. Be careful if you go in there, and whatever you do, don't look at it. If you are interested in the painting, I'd love to get rid of it. I might have something you can use to carry it out. You should be fine, as long as you never see it under the light. Did you look outside? Not since this started, but I did look outside a few days before. It's when I made that painting. Something about the sky that night felt compelling. It's just a painting of the sky? What was so wrong about it? I didn't notice anything particular about it at the time. I was just going with the flow. But later that day, looking at it again, something wasn't right. I was having a coffee with my friend Fabrice and asked him to take a look. What did Fabrice see? I still don't know. When Fabrice looked at it, he made this horrible noise. He looked horrified. I looked back at the painting, but I still don't see it. As I stared at the painting, heard Fabrice run out the door. He sounded howling mad, snarling like a beast. I haven't seen him since. It's just a painting of the sky? Yes, a painting of the evening sky. Nothing more. At least that's what I thought. But later that day, looking at it, something wasn't right. You could tell something was wrong? I couldn't see anything special, but it was making my head hurt. I figured it had some problem that needed fresh eyes. As the artist, you might miss something that's plain to see for everyone else. I figured this was one of these times. I guess I was right. So there are degrees to witnessing this phenomenon. Interesting. Well, let's raid the fridge. There's something in the fridge. I heard everything. He is lying, a liar. Don't believe a word. He just wants to be the last. Don't trust him. Trust me instead. Trust me, hee. What do you want? Are you the original? Yes, look, I'm the real one. Look at me. Have you seen my ring? That's a real Fred ring. It has a red gem on it. Wrong. It has a red gem on it. Red. His ring is wrong color. And. Look at me, I'm the real one. That's a whole Fred. What do you think? You believe Fred, right? Got an awful lot of legs for a Fred. No, this is normal for Fred around here. We use these to walk around. With no legs, we fall on the ground like a worm. Yes, you know this. We all know this. You are being a silly boy. Apologize now for the mocking. You're not buying it. I'm not the real Fred. Got too many bits. Fraudulent Fred. Sorry for lying. But, what if you kill other Freds anyway? For me, I'm not the real Fred, but if the other Freds are gone, I can be the real Fred then. The final Fred. Fake it till you make it. It's what Fred always said. I'm a better Fred, new and improved. Will you do it? Kill the other Freds for me, please? I won't do it. Fine. Then you won't be getting the prize. Too bad for you. The prize was very good. What happened? There was this painting I made that is bad to look at. I started painting my face, but it's hard. I don't remember right. And then the face comes out of the painting and starts painting too, and now there's a bunch of Freds. And then big headache comes on. The voices. It's very bad. I run into Fridge to get them to stop. Then you come in and help me and become my best friend. That's the whole thing. I'm attacking you. Really attack? Yes. Yes, you attack me? No music. Wrigley Fred. Hide. Wow, 1 damage. That ain't great. Confused. Sophie found a marble. A jade ribbon marble. Shoot an uncommon jade ribbon marble. Deals acid damage. It doesn't seem like Sam can manage to do anything more than 1 damage. And he can't shoot while he's confused, which is a good thing. Though whatever this wriggling seems to do doesn't seem to affect Joel, presumably because he doesn't have any eyes. Teeth cannon. Frederick's fridge. He doesn't get stamina. All his attacks cost health. Painfully shoot teeth out of your mouth like a cannon. More powerful after teething. Loses teeth. I see. Hi again. I hope you have good news. I can tell you got rid of one of them already. Thank you. I shall give you something to help take care of these things, right? Let me see. Here you go. Some flasks of very strong turpentine. That shall make short work of them. It might be strong enough to hurt other things, too. Receive 5 turpentine. Which one of these is... Okay, I'm gonna assume that door over there is the workshop. No, that one's the workshop. That thing is about to... Green paint lane. Dang, these things hit hard. The golf club was damaged. Well, it was only a matter of time. A dirty painting easel. You wipe some still fresh blue paint off of your fingers. It was definitely used recently. Did stepping on the paint hurt us? A vintage game console. Take it. I wonder if poison wears off over time. An ornate beer stein. A bottle of whiskey. A framed painting of some odd purple creature that bears Frederick's face. It is titled Confusion. A framed painting, most of the paint is missing as if it had leapt out of the canvas. It is titled Fear. I see, so once I kill a painting, it comes back here. Faceless, Rage, Agony, Darkness, Divine, Treachery. Okay, good, it did wear off. Blinding Light. Didn't hurt us too bad, but... Well, if I don't use those bandages. It's getting late. You should probably go back home and sleep. It's now night. This must be the dark room. Oh. A grotesque mass of ever-shifting flesh. Limbs and faces emerge and sink back into its mass at random. Urgh. What will you say? This looks very painful. Yes. Let's attack it. There ain't really any debating here. Tumor Fred. Dang it, I forgot to de-equip his club. Alright, let's try a pistol shot. Okay, that still does damage. Tumor Fred is regenerating its wounds. Tumor Fred is crying. Bouncing marble. Bouncing shot. Shoot a common bouncing marble, hits enemies 3 times. I think I need to throw the turpentine at it, maybe. The acid eating at Tumor Fred seems to prevent him from regenerating. Tumor Fred collapses to the ground, emitting a horrible screech. His misshapen limbs go limp, his eyes roll back into his faces, and his many mouths exhale one last painful breath. It seems like even in death, his body continues to shift and change. A framed painting. It depicts a disgusting lump of flesh. You can barely make out Frederick's features in the shape. It is titled Agony. Hi again. I don't need these, so we might as well try. Haggle. You managed to haggle $4 off the price. I imagine that counts on luck. But hey, since I haggled, might as well grab them. Haggle. I really want a cowboy hat. Better in every way, except for less agility. Which is weird because cowboys have exceptional agility. Well, whatever. Can't seem to sell to him though, which makes me wonder who I do sell to. You were away from a long time. The danger was thrilling. Exploration bonus plus 200 XP plus 12 morale. Sam is now level 6, Sophie is now level 5, Joel is now level 4. Okay. First things first, a meal. Let's go for... I want a proper meal, so... pizza bites. Best to just get rid of the stuff that I can't eat. That I can't cook with, I should say. You eat some pizza bites. You share the food with 2 people. Everyone recovers around 24 HP and 12 stamina, plus 7 social. You also get 2 leftovers to eat later. Hey Sophie, what book did you end up reading for the book report? I didn't even bother with the reading. Well, what? But it's due on Monday. I'm not sure we're gonna have school on Monday, Joel. Huh? Why? Hi, Mr. Sam. What's up? How are you doing? I'm okay. I'm ready to go out there again soon. What was your life like before this? I don't know. I guess I'm just a kid. Did you know I'm 8? Anyway, my family's kinda big. It's me, my mom, my dad, my little brother and baby sister, so I'm always kinda busy. Oh, also, I'm the best at super jump lead in my class. What do you think will happen? Oh, you mean about the outside? I don't know. I'm kind of bored of staying inside. I really want to go back to school soon. We're supposed to have a football match next week. Did you look outside? Nope, nobody in my family did except for my baby sister. That's when she got really bitey. Leave my house. Why would I ever say that? Okay, we ate. Time to brush my teeth and take a shower. You're doing okay. You brush your teeth with some toothpaste. Shower. Alright, let's game. It's a bit late to play video games. What? 23:22. Okay. I guess there is some hard limit. I'll just have to play twice tomorrow to make up for the lost time. Alright. Just as you fall asleep, you could swear you hear a raspy voice whisper, "Good night." Some leftovers have rotted away. Sophie has found special marbles. Found silver marble, a crimson swirl marble, bouncing marble, and another bouncing marble. Sophie has also found 4 regular marbles. It's now early morning. It is now 6:29. Why did you wake up so early today compared to yesterday? Let's start with breakfast, I reckon. Cook frozen pizza with frozen veggies. You cook something new. Your cooking skill has increased to level 1. You are now a pan wielder. You take it with you for later. Anyway, I need a proper meal, so... frozen veggies with raw pork. You cook something new. You eat some ham with veggies. You share the food with 2 people. Everyone recovers around 50 HP and 28 stamina, plus 7 social. You also get 2 leftovers to eat later. Hey, Sam, the cartoon channel isn't working. Can you make it work? You go over to the TV and mess with it a bit. Sure enough, there's no signal from the cartoon channel. I think the cartoon channel is I shouldn't say that. Or should I be honest? Can you watch something else? No, I'll be honest. Huh? Where'd it go? That's an extremely naive question. Does Joel even know what's going on outside? How can you possibly explain this in a way he'll understand? Something bad is happening right now. You patiently try to explain what's happening outside to Joel, but he doesn't seem to understand the gravity of the situation. He can barely understand what's happening to himself. Huh, weird. Guess I'll play video games instead. You hear a knock at the door. Jeez. Rough knocking, ain't it? There's someone at the door. Whoa. A man in modified football gear stands in front of the door. He rests a baseball bat over his shoulder. Well, you do. Hello? Got too much stuff. Sports, gear, weapons, whatever. All trade. You buying? Heyo, got a bunch of sports stuff here. You chat for a little bit. He says he's seen a bunch of nasty creatures on the way here. He whacked a couple with his bat. Any of this stuff look good to you? Very lightly used. Here's what I have. Rapier, baseball cap, chest guard, bicycle helmet. I was right, these are treasure items, you can sell them. Could throw it to blind all enemies. I'm not gonna disrespect Grandma like that. Hey, thanks. Stay safe out there. I forgot to buy the headband. Let's craft a couple things. Exactly 2 things. Let's get some gasoline. Cleaner eggs. You craft explosive. It's a new recipe. Let's mix it with cleaner eggs. Herbicide. A new recipe. I wonder. Potent weed killer in a spray bottle. Could be used to kill those fleshy growths blocking the way. That is very interesting indeed. Anyway, that's 2 meals, some crafting. Let's play games for a bit. Play something. Let's try to get more progress in this one. I probably shouldn't be playing this around 2 kids, but I'm pretty sure one can. Actually, he did try to watch cartoons. He probably has some sight. You resume your Wizard's Hell game. You're starting to get the hang of it. You build a lake of boiling mud to push the wizards in. The demons seem happy about this. You're starting to get the hang of this. Plus 20 XP, plus 20 calm, plus 1 morale. You play for 2 hours. You've built a pretty large wizard hell by now. Your demon researchers unlock more and more devices from the labs. You force some wizards to take part in the research and then stick them in their own creations. You're having a lot of fun with this game now. Plus 40 XP, plus 40 calm, plus 2 morale. You play for 2 hours. It's almost noon. And when I come back home, I will play once more. Or should I do it now? No, I've played twice in a row. That's enough. Let's talk to Sybil. Good morning, how are you doing today? Last night I heard something move down the hall. It was very odd. I looked out the eye hole, but I saw nothing. The footsteps sounded close, but the hall was empty. An invisible man? It sounds a bit crazy, but yeah, I guess so. Be careful out there. It didn't sound human either. Way too many legs. An alarming amount of them. So what's new? Anything interesting happened since we last spoke? So you're trying to find or develop a photograph of the outside, but you don't want to look at it. I don't really understand, but please be careful. Floor 1 seems very dangerous. I wonder what's so special about Floor 1 that it was affected this way. Our floor doesn't go on forever. Did something happen there? So it's kind of like a rash, but it's teeth. Don't like that. I hate rats. They just get to me. I'm glad I wasn't around when you found that place. Whew, so you've been through a lot, huh? Be careful out there, and look out for invisible men. Haha, I'm kidding, but really, be careful. Bye, Sam. Alright, that'll be all for today. Way over time. Alright, bye everyone. Alright, we're keeping this short. When we come back to this, we are going to play video games for a 3rd time, and I couldn't record any more footage because we ran into time constraints. So, do enjoy what's already here, and please subscribe.